Hey everyone, happy winter holidays, and for those of you who celebrate it, Merry Christmas! Welcome to my top 10 Christmas ho 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 horror movie collection. I scrolled through the entire subgenre just to present you the top 10 nicest picks, and I'm telling you, I had to sit through some bad ones, but the ones we are looking into this video are really well made horror. So no matter if you are in a full-blown Christmas mood already or feeling a bit grinchy, there will be something in this list for you, given we have brutal body horror, slasher elements, folk horror, psychological thrillers, and horror comedy. What I enjoy the most about Christmas horror is that they almost always focus on inter-family conflicts and very clear psychological observations, as well as home invasions that disturb the cozy Christmas atmosphere. But before we start, please make sure you like and subscribe down below. And now, Slayer's gonna slay, let's go!
Would you dim the lights, please?
Dim the lights? Dad, what does it do, glow in the dark?
It's important. Go ahead, open it.
What is it?
Gremlins from 1984, directed by Joe Dante. When Billy is given a strange but adorable pet named Gizmo for Christmas, he inadvertently breaks the 3 important rules for taking care of a mogwai, and with that he unleashes a horde of deadly gremlins. This ultimate horror classic not only stars the cutest monster in cinematic history, contains one of the most iconic cinema shots, as well as frames the entire story in a very mysterious legend. To me, it's just important to mention that, of course, pets are not Christmas presents, and you always should make responsible decisions if you want to take care of an animal.
With mogwai comes much responsibility. But you didn't listen, and you see what happens.
I didn't mean it.
You do with mogwai what your society has done with all of nature's gifts.
Let's continue with a brand new film.
Christmas still haunts me.
Time to let that go.
No one cares. Everyone would be better off if I was never born. Did you see that? Did the power go out? Oh my god. I stood under the aurora and said everyone would be better off if I never existed. Well, wish granted.
The angel strikes every couple of weeks.
How can that be?
Do I know you?
It's Winnie, you know that.
Okay. This her?
Hi, I'm Henry Waters. You're safe now. He's not gonna get you.
It's a Wonderful Knife, directed by Taylor McIntyre from this year. Winnie's life is less than wonderful 1 year after she saved her entire town from a psychotic killer on Christmas Eve. Suddenly, she finds herself magically transported to a nightmarish parallel universe. It's not a cineastic masterpiece, of course, but I for sure had a lot of Christmas fun with it, and it has fast-paced slasher elements. Also, Justin Long's performance is actually very good, as well as there are plenty of Easter eggs not only to It's a Wonderful Life, but also to iconic slasher movies like Scream. Yet, if you want something more scary though, how about this?
A high school girl's been murdered. Mr. Harrison's daughter is missing. And now at the house where she lives, the other girls are getting obscene phone calls.
Yeah, what I've done is I've tapped this phone so that when it rings, it'll ring at the station house too.
There was a little girl murdered over in the park tonight. Yes, I heard. Your phone's ringing. Hello?
Number Number 8, Black Christmas from 1974, directed by Bob Clark. A sorority house is terrorized by a stranger who makes frightening phone calls and starts murdering during Christmas Eve. This is a very unique setting for a Christmas movie, given we are not looking at a family, but a group of women that challenge traditional concepts of marriage and family and try to figure out their lifestyles very individually. These strong female victims embody the 70s feminism and are very likable characters, yes, also very ambivalent, given they accidentally also harm less likable characters, which makes this film so disturbing. And the actual hunt for the killer is even more unsettling, given it seems like the police is getting nowhere. But speaking of strong female characters, what would be a Christmas horror list without Toni Collette?
How we were going to survive Christmas with 12 people stuck in a house with no heat and no electricity.
Or food.
There's plenty of leftovers, Howard.
Beer it is.
It's the weirdest thing. There's no cars, no people.
How long can this keep up?
Number 7, Krampus, from 2015, directed by Michael Dougherty. A horror story about the urban legend of a creature that punishes children on Christmas Eve. This is a classic example where the horror not only lies in creature aspects, but also in the family setup that's established early on. Great character building, interesting folk horror, counterbalance some inconsistencies. And I especially enjoyed the intergenerational aspect of it. Omi, the grandma, being the only one who addresses Krampus by its name, while the young children are the first ones who actually recognize him.
Fly! Oh, did you bleed on the carrots?
Will I die?
Yep, probably.
Grandma!
Happy Christmas.
You're still alive?
Yes, I think so.
Jesus, they're early.
Tony and Simon robbed the petrol station.
Oh, what fun.
Number 6, Silent Night, from 2021, directed by Camille Griffin. Neil Simon and their son are ready to welcome family and friends for what's supposed to be a perfect Christmas get-together, except for one thing. Everybody's going to die in the end. Keira Knightley as a Christmas movie expert definitely nails this, and the entire ensemble except Lily Rose Depp are very good in this film. It's fast-paced, it's almost always fun, and has this vague, very unsettling thread. The only thing is that you have to sit through some of the dialogues between the children that appear to be very annoying and a bit off, but I promise you in the end everything will make sense. Now, how about A Nightmare Before Christmas?
Open it up, quickly!
And what did Santa bring you, honey?
Number 5, The Nightmare Before Christmas, from 1995, directed by Henry Selick. Tired of scaring humans, on October 31st, with the same old tricks, Jack Skellington plans to kidnap Santa and surprises the children on Christmas morning with ghoulish gifts like shrunken heads. But as Christmas approaches, his girlfriend Sally tries to foil his plans. And this is visually for sure unique, and also from all movies in this list has the highest rewatch potential, which not only has to do with the excellent storytelling, but because it can also be watched on Halloween or actually every other day during the year, given every season is spooky season, right? But I feel like our mood is still too good for Christmas horror. Let's change that and get into something very dark.
So, how would you feel about going to the mountains for Christmas with Grace? She really wants to get to know you guys.
That's our mom's hat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You okay? I don't want to leave you here with the kids if you're not feeling up to it.
I'm feeling fine.
It was my idea, and it took a couple days. I can do a couple days.
Okay, guys, I'm off. Have fun.
What is that?
It's Christ.
Everyone committed suicide except for her.
Number 4. The Lodge from 2019, directed by Veronica Franz and Severin Fiala. A soon-to-be stepmom is spending Christmas with her fiancé's 2 children in a snowed-in remote holiday home. Just as their relations begin to get better, some strange and frightening events are happening. Okay guys, brace yourself. This gets very dark, very cold, and there's not the slightest comic relief in it or a break just to breathe. It just literally, scene by scene, intensifies the psychological horror. It doesn't quite live up to the masterpiece of the same directors, Goodnight Mommy, and it also is not as effective as Hereditary, of course, although it goes into a similar direction. I really enjoyed it because it has strong visual metaphors for interfamily conflicts, as well as shock moments that will stop your heart for a second. The next one is not quite a horror film, but I thought I can get away with it, mentioning it in the list, given the source material it's based on is a horror story written by Bret Easton Ellis.
Relax, I'm gonna pay you back. All you need to do is trust me.
I don't want to trust you, Julian. I just want my 50K, all right?
The beautiful.
You don't look happy.
But do I look good?
And the out of control.
I think Julian's in a lot of trouble.
This cannot go on forever. You owe me a lot of cash.
What's going on? I'm serious.
He disappears, nobody knows where, and then he comes back like nothing ever happened.
You've been busting your butt for Julian since day one, and it's a waste of time.
Number 3. Less Than Zero from 1987. A college freshman returns to LA for Christmas just to find out that his former best friend has an out-of-control drug habit. Affluent neglect at its finest. Robert Downey Jr. and James Spader in one of their earlier projects actually excel the limitless eccentric roles they are playing, and this is all about LA's darkest sides coming to light during Christmas time. Just like in every other Bret Easton Ellis source material, the true horror actually lies in the fact how cold-hearted everyone treats each other. The next one centers also on someone very cold from the inside as well as from the outside.
One cold night, science and evil collide. Oh yeah. Now, a serial killer is on the loose.
We hadn't even tested the acid on an amoeba, let alone a human cell. This is a disaster.
Look, I just saw something that doesn't belong in this world, and it's out there killing my friends. Now tell me what it is. Jack Frost.
Jack Frost from 1979, directed by Michael Cooney. A notorious serial killer is been driven to his execution when the truck who's carrying him gets into a bizarre accident that turns him into a deadly snowman. Bodies pile up, all killed in gruesome, wintry ways. You can say what you want. This is entertaining, and you will never feel the same about snowmen ever again. I definitely love the creativity about some fight scenes as well as the kills and how they attempt to make it look plausible that he's actually turned into an alive snowman. I don't care about the 2.4 on Letterboxd. This is shockingly gruesome winter fun, but of course nothing compares to my number 1 pick, the almost perfect Christmas home invasion.
What was that?
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Get away from the window.
There's someone there. Ashley! Are you hiding? I'll find you.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
Number 1, Better Watch Out from 2016, directed by Chris Peckover. On a quiet suburban street in a safe neighborhood, a babysitter must defend a 12-year-old boy from strangers breaking into the house, only to discover that this is far away from a normal home invasion. Do you remember these two guys? They are back in different roles, but they are really marvelous child actors, and yet nothing compared to the main character, Levisan Miller. And if this doesn't get you into Christmas mode, I don't know what will. If you feel like I missed a very good Christmas horror movie, let me know in the comments. You can also have a look into the extended list of movies that I watched in preparation for this video on my Letterboxd channel. And please follow me to stay tuned for my special of most anticipated 24 releases. Happy winter break and better watch out.
This is exciting.